Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Srimate Lakshmi Nrusimha Parabrahmane Namaha. Namaskarams. The creator of this Akhilanti Koti Brahmanda, the Lord who is praised in Vedas, Itihasas, Puranas, the lovable, passionate Swami Lakshmi Nrusimha, who dwells in the hearts of the Bhagavatas, who is omnipotent, omnipresent, the one and only avatara that was taken for the simple and single purpose to save his own child, his Bhakta, his Bhagavata Prahlada. The avatara with the majestic Simha Mukha, Rautra Rupinya, and the body of a human who is none other than our God, Lord Lakshmi Nrusimha Parabrahma. Pranams to his lotus feet. This week's question, which particular thing is very hard to practice or one cannot easily adhere to reach the lotus feet of Nrusimha? The answer to this question at the outset is Charanagati. Now you may ask me a question, because in the past episode I have told Charanagati is easy to achieve, not very hard. But now I say the opposite. Both are the correct answers for this. Sharanagati is very easy. Surrender is very easy when we set our thoughts, our mind for that in a very peculiar way. That is a mind which is kept unmoved, a mind which is never influenced, never disturbed by any of the happenings, good or bad, in your life. A mind which reaches a state of thinking wherein it could never differentiate between anything, and its way too is very much fixed. This week, happening from the life of Anantarvan, the prime and foremost disciple of our Acharya Ramanuja. It was a time in Sri Rangam when Emperumanar Acharya Ramanuja was setting right things to administer the affairs of the temple in a better way. He was full of thoughts about Tirumala. He wanted to construct a big flower garden, park lake for the Tirumala temple, so that Srinivasa and Malayappa Swami is always supplied with abundant, fragrant, colorful flowers. But Tirumala that time was covered with complete dense forest, where there were movement of dangerous wildlife all the way long. So when he asked the assembly of his disciple, is anyone ready to go to Tirumala for this construction of this garden, of this flower garden for Perumal, no one came forward. Anantarvan got up with his wife and he volunteered himself for this. Ramanuja Acharya happily agreed, and that day Anantarvan with his wife left for Tirumala. He chose a particular spot in the hills of Tirumala and started to work on it. His complete concentration was on his Acharya's Agya to construct a flower garden for Tirumala Govinda, Srinivasa. Now he never permitted anyone except his wife to help in this hardest Himalayan Herculean task. That time his wife was even carrying. She was pregnant. And she too never for a second felt away, and both of them were such devoted couple, and they were very much involved in this noble cause. One fine day they were in their work when Anantarvan got bitten by a black poisonous cobra while digging a pit. He stood for a second, looked at it, looked at his leg, and as usual carried on his work. The people who were present in and around the temple rushed to him in fear and asked him to take some other alternate medicine that could break this poisonous effect of the snake. Now, Anantarvan calmly replied, if this poison doesn't get into me, into my body, and I live more, I'll be doing service to this Lord, my Lord Srinivasa of this 7 hills, Tirumala. If the same poison gets into me and I lose my life, my Atma, I am never bothered. I am confident enough to serve that Lord there in Vaikuntham. Both are same for me. Such is the thinking that is needed. This is real Sharanagati, complete surrender. Nothing affects you. You are disturbed by no happening at all. You are never bothered. You are never worried about whatsoever that may happen to you anywhere at any point of time. Because you are glued to your Priya Lord Lakshmi Nrusimha, your Atma, your life, your living, everything is tied to him. You in no way need to put yourself into any hardship, because complete surrender means Lord Nrusimha takes care of everything. This cobra bite is the samsara sagara. Whether you are bitten by it, whether the poison gets into you or not, you are in no way affected by it. That is complete surrender, and that sort of thinking, that sort of mind setup is the hard thing to be put up in this cobra bite is actually the samsara sagara. Whether you are bitten by it, whether the poison gets into you or not, you are in no way affected by it. That is the complete surrender, and that sort of thinking, that sort of mind setup is the hardest thing to be put up in our journey towards Lord Lakshmi Narasimha Swami. Jai Sri Lakshmi Narasimha. Temples of Lakshmi Narasimha Swami in Karnataka this week. Ahobilam Nrsimha, I will deal with it separately in detail in individual episodes. To start with, in Karnataka, the Hampi Lakshmi Narasimha Swami. This temple was said to be built in year 1528 during Krishnadevaraya's rule. The original sculpture was with Thayar goddess Mahalakshmi, and this gigantic statue was vandalized and mutilated by Mughals. The figure of Thayar was separated and limbs of Narasimha Swami broken. The damaged statue of goddess Mahalakshmi resides in Kamalapura Museum in Karnataka. The statue is 6.7 meters with a finely chiseled broad chest of our Narasimha Swami. The sculpture portrays Narasimha on Adishesha with 7 heads. The significant feature is the lively bulging eyes of Narasimha that puts into life Narasimha's statue even today. It is near to Bellary, which is 64 kilometers from Hampi. The nearest railway station is Hosapeta. You must see Narasimha in our Narasimha temple visit. The next one is Billur Lakshmi Narasimha temple. It is situated between Andhra and Karnataka border, and the temple at least 800 years old. It was constructed during the Chola dynasty, and it was Stamba Lakshmi Narasimha because the pillar there kept growing day by day. Then the Asthana, the prime sculpture, hammered the idol with an iron rod one day, and then it stopped growing. It is located in Billur, Bhagapalli Taluk, Chikkabellapur district in Karnataka. This week, Lakshmi Narasimha Kavacha by Prahlada. Chaturbhujam Komalankam Swarna Kuntala Shobhitam Saroja Shobhitoraskam Ratnakeyura Mudritam Tapta Kanchana Sangasham Pita Nirmalavachanam Indrati Suramaulista Puranmanikaditibihi. Here it says the Lord Narasimha is with Chaturbhuja, 4 arms and soft limbs. He is decorated with golden rings, his chest like lotus, and the arms with jewel-studded ornaments. He is in a yellow garment, yellow robe that shines as molten gold. He is the cause of all existence, and he is the God for all demigods with Indra as its head. Jai Shri Narasimha. Srimate Nihamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha.